talking about the Atlanta Falcons. We're going to start making sure the Rich Eisen show right here, we're fair and balanced all the way through to kickoff. So we're got a new drop and a new segment here on the Rich Eisen show.
Your daily reminder, the Atlanta Falcons are also in Super Bowl 51.
Oh, we got the screeches and everything. Do Falcons screech?
Well, we listened to some Falcon sounds earlier. I think
you
that
really?
might be a hawk, actually, because it sounded
we
better.
Googled some screeches.
Well, that's the Hoops team.
Yeah. Well, birds of a
feather?
flock
I'm
together.
just wondering. Okay. But I like it.
The Falcon screech is very annoying.
We figured we should start this thing off at one of the top Falcons of all time. Many people probably think he's still the quarterback there. He's Michael Vick. How are you, Mike?
I'm doing good. How y'all doing?
Do you see where you picking up what I'm putting down right now?
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Hey, because you could pretty much see miles down the road that, hey, they're overlooking us, nobody's talking about us type of approach that Dan Quinn's going to have next week. You could sense that right now. Right, Mike?
Yeah, you can sense that. I mean, it's New England that you're playing in. You know, everybody know that Tom Brady is, probably one of the greatest to ever line up. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of others out there that we can all, have certain views upon. But, Tom is number one, and New England has been great over the years. But, that doesn't mean that they can't beat the throne. And, just because they're there again as another opponent, I think when you line up and play football 11 on 11 in all three phases, it's whoever does their job the best.
So what are your emotions seeing the Atlanta Falcons as a Super Bowl team and perhaps winner, Mike?
Man, it's great, man, to see this franchise take the steps that they've taken over the last 10, 12 years, to see, Arthur Blank, after so many years of being, so courteous and kind to his players and to the city of Atlanta, and, how hard he's worked to put the right staff and the right players in position to go out and win. He's finally done it, and to see that game the other day unfold the way it did, it was destined. It was destined, and it's just only one more game to go. And when they celebrate, I'm gonna celebrate.
Were you there?
No, I went the last game of
Right.
the year, and then I went to the game versus Seattle, and I couldn't make it back last week. If I could, I would have been there because the Dome was awesome. It was the last game in the Georgia Dome. I would have loved to have been there. Thank God I had the opportunity to play there for 6 years, man, and it was a lot of fun. So it was good to see him close it out and do it in great fashion.
Well, I mean, what is it? I got to tell you, I'll be honest with you, and you've always been honest with me and certainly about your history and your road traveled, Mike. If somebody had told me when you were going through what you were going through with the dogfighting that Arthur Blank would have you part of a Super Bowl run and be there and be front and center, I would have thought there's no chance on this green earth if something like that happened.
Yeah, that's just the type of man that Arthur is. And, he always told me that, everything that you do in life, it's going to come back, full surface, and you have to pay attention to, all the moving parts and, follow the signs. And that's what I've always allowed myself to do, ever since that incident happened. And I think that's the way he lived his life. He believed in redemption. He believed in second chances. And, he even told me that when I was going through that. So, for him to just, be so supportive of me, it makes me a better man. It makes me a better person. It makes me have a totally different outlook on life. And, just having that experience of going back to the Georgia Dome and, having the chance to see all the players and see all the older guys and see the younger guys that's out there playing and seeing their success, man, it feels like I'm a part of it. And I'm just thankful that, this year has been one of the teams that I've been rooting for all year, that one of my favorite teams. It made it to the Super Bowl, and I wish my other favorite team would have made it in Pittsburgh, but that didn't happen. So now Atlanta got to go dethrone New England for me.
Mike Vick here on the Rich Eisen Show. I don't know if you're aware, but Ben Roethlisberger on his local radio appearance today did not give a yes to the answer of, are you going to be back next year? He said he's thinking about retiring and that he's going to go through the process of talking to his wife and praying on it. I mean, what do you think of when you hear that from Roethlisberger, Mike?
Well, when I look at Ben and his overall situation, First off, Ben is a great friend of mine, and I got to know him last year. And thank God I had the opportunity to watch another great quarterback, Hall of Fame quarterback every day, and I thank God for that opportunity. In watching Ben last year, he's had some injuries, and we went far last year. We almost had an opportunity to win it in 2015. Fell short against the Broncos, and Rich, you got to kind of look at the situations in terms of the grind from OTAs to training camp to preseason, and then the entire season. You put a lot into the season and what you want to get out of it, because you're only going to get out what you put in. And I know guys like Ben, they work extremely hard and they put a lot of time and effort into it. And I don't see Ben not playing next year. I see him coming back, playing another year. Maybe this would be an ongoing conversation that he may have to have, with his family, with the organization. You certainly get tired, and I know he probably wanted to live his life, but Ben got a good 2 more years of football left in him, and I think he just needs some time to just rest and enjoy life for right now.
Well, that said about the grind, as you just said, Mike Vick here on the Rich Eisen Show, it is something that I assume you'd still do if given the opportunity. Would you, Mike?
Would I play football?
Yes, sir.
Again?
Mm-hmm.
Rich, I would really have to take into consideration everything that I got going on outside of my life. First and foremost, my family, my wife and my kids. I've kind of gotten used to getting up in the morning and taking my kids to school and lightening the load for my wife and just being the best dad that I can be. When I was in Pittsburgh, I missed those opportunities and I've kind of seen what I was missing. And, I love the game of football. I don't know if I ever really want to play again. I enjoyed my experience as a Pittsburgh Steeler, and I think they sent me out the right way. So, it will have to take a lot of commitment upon myself to want to get back into the game. And I just kind of appreciate watching it, as of right now.
Have you filed retirement paperwork?
Nah, Rich, and they've been throwing it out there at me to file my retirement paperwork, and the only reason I haven't did it is because there's always that thought in the back of your mind that, I would love to do it again and recommit myself. And I'm 36 years old, Rich, and I don't have a bone that aches in my body. And I know I was injury prone when I played, but it's kind of ironic that now I don't have any chronic pain anywhere, except in my ankle, at times. So, I just gotta weigh all the options, man. But I tell you what, I love rooting for so many players this year that I have had a chance to play with, and I had a chance to get to know, and rooting for the Steelers and the Jets and the Falcons all the way through. It was just a great year of football, and I appreciated it.
So when you say they suggesting to throw it out there to put in your retirement paper, who's the they for the retirement papers?
It's my family, my wife. My agent, we haven't really talked about it, but we've mentioned it, over the course of the last 2-3 months, Joe Siegel. And before I make any decision, I'll have that conversation with him. And if it happens, it'll happen in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
I do remember, though, over the course of your career, you had a lot of people who told you, to stay safe, run out of bounds. If I'm not mistaken, didn't Barack Obama once say that from the podium that you needed?
I think he did make that comment, and I didn't take it into consideration that the president told me to run out of bounds with flag. As far as him or anyone else, it was a no-brainer for me. I'm going for the extra yards, and that was just the way I played, man. I love the dedication and the hard work that I put in, man. My career has been fulfilled with so many great memories and so many people that I had a chance to get to know along the way. And, I value those relationships to this day. And the NFL has done so much for me in terms of a platform that, I want to continue to work around the game. I want to continue to be involved. It just might not be with the helmet on, but I'm content with that.
Before I let you go, you're the perfect person to ask this question. Certainly, since we're just unveiling our new segment of a daily reminder that the Falcons are still playing in Super Bowl 51. What would a Super Bowl mean to the city of Atlanta, Michael Vick?
Oh my God, to the city of Atlanta, the Super Bowl will mean everything. It brings everything, as Atlanta Falcons in the city, and this city will always be able to claim a championship. And I think that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And most importantly for Arthur Blank and Rich McKay and a lot of other people in the organization and administration who have put a lot of hard work in over the years, blood, sweat, and tears from everybody. So it'll be awesome.
Are you going to Houston? You planning on being at the game?
Yes, I plan on being out in Houston. So if you see me, say hi.
Of course. And likewise, right back at you, Mike. Thanks for joining.
No doubt. Will do. Thanks.
Always. That's Mike Vick.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.